Hey, what's up guys? It's Lego Hobo 910 here with another Lego video. And this video is just going to be a pretty short little showcase of this mid-sized Kashyyyk MOC I made. It's not as small as some of the other MOCs I've made recently, but it's not, one of the massive multiple base plate ones. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So kind of the reason I just decided to randomly build this is I have a list, just a small little sheet of paper with a bunch of MOCs I want to build listed all over it. And this was on there and I just, wanted to build something, so I was just like, hey, we'll just build this. That's really it. There's not like some complex backstory to it. Assuming when I had that idea first and wrote it down, I was thinking of something that inspired me to do this, but I just randomly wanted to. So now let's get in closer and look at it. As you can see right along here, we have the water where all the droids are coming in. And I did take a lot of creative liberty here, like I normally do with all of my MOCs. Because obviously the droids didn't just kind of walk in like this. But it's not enough space, set like a vehicle or anything, so I just decided this would work. And also something kind of neat is, you see these blue tiles that I'm using for the water? Something that I use on a lot of my water. I was exactly one short. I was going through and covering it, I was one short. So I just ended up having to use some cheese slopes there. Don't think it looks that bad, it clearly doesn't look as good as if I just had that tile, but it's pretty crazy that I was that close to being exact. I was kind of worried about running out of the blue tiles, because I knew that this was bigger than most of the water sections that I built before. And I also did have to do some stuff like building a lot of, foam and splash along here, and also putting some in front of each of the droids to make it look like they're moving, taking up a large amount with this droid kind of falling into the water there, which I think does look kind of cool, so I'm glad that I did it either way. And also, I have these trans blue studs under here, and I was starting to run low on those. I originally wanted to do a layer of 3 of them and then the tile. Now it's a layer of 2, and I still had to kind of cheat it a bit, because along the edge here it doesn't actually have a layer of 2 blue studs. It has blue along the top, and then clear underneath. It kind of lightens it. It's really not that visibly different. Lightens it slightly, which I guess works since, it's next to the foam. It'd probably be more shallow and whatnot. And then another thing that I took creative liberties with is all the rocks here. It's not really a rocky beach, but I wanted to. I ended up covering up most of the sand. Originally, I didn't have plans for rocks, but then I realized I had a big gap here because I built this fence here, which is kind of a hodgepodge. It's really weird. I basically just took a bunch of skeleton and droid arms and started connecting brown bar pieces. I have a couple wand pieces even mixed in there, and some stems and whatnot. So it's just kind of a hodgepodge of all sorts of weirdness, but it wasn't quite long enough to fill up the whole thing, so I just decided to build this rock here, and that made me decide, I should build some other rocks so it blends in more. I think it looks really cool, even though, once again, it's not exactly accurate, and I took some creative liberty there. And then along here we have our, force here. We have Tarful there, and then just a Wookiee there. And I also, put the kind of shot on his gun. They don't actually attach, like with the clone trooper down here. As you can see, I can easily attach it. But with these types of guns, they don't attach, so it's just kind of setting on there very loosely. I have another Wookiee somewhere else in the MOC that has that, which I feel is much more likely to fall off than that one, but we'll get to that in a second. Then back here we just have Gree, a clone, and then Chewbacca. I have a few other Chewbaccas in here, but I'm just, using them as regular Wookiees. This is the only one that I'm actually having be Chewbacca. I also then just have a little stump here just because I wanted a bit of something here, adding some height because it felt kind of empty. And then we have kind of the focal point of the MOC here, this massive tree. I basically wanted to use as many brown pieces as I could. And I still have a lot more, but like a lot of it's just, plates and stuff that wouldn't really work for building a tree, especially in the style that I am building it in. So this got kind of massive, a bit too large as well, because as you can see, I really don't have enough leaf pieces for it, so it's kind of funky there. The canopy feels a bit small. That's something that I need to order more of, is just, large leaf pieces like these. I have full buckets of these things and of, like, if I can find one, there we go, and of these, but those don't really work for building this type of tree, so the canopy's a bit smaller than I would like, but it's fine. And then we also have a Wookiee swinging along here. And as you can see, this should have fallen off a long time ago. I don't know why it hasn't. It's kind of barely sitting on there. And then he's just swinging kind of like on a vine from that platform there, shooting down at all the droids. Obviously, he wouldn't be hitting any of these just based on his fire angle, but, goes on a long ways. It's just kind of, a little cut of Kashyyyk. I think it looks really cool. One thing that I'm kind of proud of, a weird technique I used, is for this tipped log over here. It's actually connected fully, normally I just, rest it there, but I actually connected it by, if I move this Wookiee out of the way, you can see in the bottom there, I have a wand connected to it, then connected to a clip. I just have that connected by having a Technic pin in there within the wand, so I can lean it there without it actually, being loose. Try to have as many things connected in my box as possible, because I don't want them to be loose, because then when I, move it around a bit or something, it's likely to have things fall off. So I'm really proud of the way that turned out. I also think the tree here just looks really cool. It's definitely different for me. I haven't really built any large kind of organics like this before, so it was definitely a weird and kind of different experience. So yeah, that's my Kashyyyk mock. I know it was a fairly short video. Really don't have that much to say about it. I'm really proud of it, but a lot of it is just, ooh, hey look, brown, there's not too much to say. But I'm very, very proud of it, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and bye.